doctor, my baby is not eating. Which multivitamin should I give my baby? I want to give my baby multivitamin all through. What is the recommendation in this case?
When it comes to multivitamins, the recommendation is that, as a general rule, a child who is having a healthy, balanced diet, and of course, we're going to discuss that a healthy, balanced diet does not need multivitamin supplementation, and that is just the reality. In the first 6 months of life, we all know that what a child should be getting as a healthy, balanced diet is breast milk. Breast milk constitutes a healthy, full, complex, balanced diet for a child in the first 6 months of life. After the first 6 months, then you can now start adding complementary feeds. Now, complementary feeds are feeds that we use to complement, as the name says. We don't use it to replace breast milk. We add it on the breast milk. So meaning that you should actually still continue to breastfeed your child, according to WHO, till 2 years and beyond. But in that first 1 year of life, breast milk really should still be the major source of nutrition for the child. It's just that by 6 months, you want to begin to introduce the child to semi-solids and other types of solid food to make up for the gaps that the breast milk cannot meet. And these gaps include the iron needs for the child. So you are thinking about introducing foods that are rich in iron, and then the iodine needs for that child, because iodine is very important in brain development and making sure that the child is actually thriving very well. Now, some people routinely want to give babies multivitamins from day one. As a matter of fact, when we discharge some babies without any multivitamin, and there's a very popular brand, I'm not going to call the name, the grandmas usually are like, your doctor didn't ask you to take any drugs, didn't ask you to give this baby any drugs. You're sure it's a doctor? You're sure it's a doctor that took this your You're sure it's a doctor? You're sure you delivered in a hospital? Of course, because they expect that the doctor should always give a newborn infant this multivitamin, but we all know that that is not necessary. Now, in what situations can a child be given multivitamin supplements? Now, a child can be given multivitamin supplements if, one, they are picky eaters. And this is something that we all deal with. And we all have different ways of dealing with picky eaters. In the local setting, they will be picky eating out of you. Because either they out of you, you will stop eating, you eat, or they force me, and which is something that we always discourage. Force-feeding children is a very wrong practice. It's a dangerous practice that we have seen children die from time and time again. So, picky eaters might need to get multivitamins because they're not getting enough of certain types of nutrients, because they're not eating this or they're not eating that. Does multivitamins increase appetite? Because, as you said, that's one of the reasons why parents actually want you to give them multivitamins, because they say that vitamin B specifically used to make children's appetite increase. Well, the reality is that there is no evidence that multivitamin supplements increases appetite. There is some evidence that if a child lacks certain multivitamins or vitamins, yes, they will lose appetite. But usually, the loss of appetite is not the only thing that the child will present with. The child will present with weight loss. The child will present with certain types of other features like nails falling off, certain color changes of the skin. So, for a child to lack multivitamin to the extent that they are losing appetite, man, the child will not be running and playing around the way the mother is. Because I come into the office and say, this child is not eating. I'm like, okay, let me see the child. Child's weight is good. Child has a good height. Is running up and down, active, playing. So, in my mind, what the mother is trying to say is that this child is not eating as much as I want them to eat.
Yes.
The child is eating enough to sustain that child for their own needs. So what I always encourage parents to do is that please make sure that you are following the WHO recommendation for what we call a minimum dietary diversity. Minimum dietary diversity is a situation where you are providing the child with the minimum required nutrients for the child's optimal growth. And what we're talking about is things like carbohydrates, proteins, healthy fats, fruits, and vegetables. A child greater than 1 year of age every day should get fruits, should get vegetables, should get protein, should get a healthy amount of carbohydrates, including breastfeeding if you're breastfeeding until the child is 2 years old. So please pay attention to that thing. You can go and check it. World Health Organization minimum dietary diversity for children, and you'll see what that is. It's very important.
Sir, did you say a child greater than 1 year should eat fruits?
Yes. As a matter of fact, a child less than 1 year should actually even eat fruits and vegetables, of course, presented to them in a very, very palatable and safe way, in a safe way. So, is in terms of the number of servings. So, what I was trying to say was that greater than 1 year, every day they should get what we call 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, and there are specific serving sizes for those children. So it's a bit more complex than what we can discuss in this session. So they should have
Yeah.
5 servings of fruits and vegetables in a day.